last episode, we had a surprise surgery for Pip, which meant the family went two separate ways. In this episode, we're back together and making the most of our final days in French Polynesia, exploring the deep blues and lush greens of this incredible paradise.
This is our last hurrah in Tahiti.
Yes. Bon voyage.
Bon voyage. It's been good to us. We've kited it, we've run it, we've explored it. This is Archie's first go on the foil. First time. Whoa, my hat. First time on it. Yes, boy. Oh, that's so good.
He will be so stoked.
He will be.
He's been frothing off the foil for so long.
We've had a successful morning, Ted and I.
Yeah.
We have found a new crank battery or engine battery for our starboard engine. It's just getting a wee bit lazy on startup, and we suspect that it's the battery. We hope that it's the battery. And I found some plumbing bits for our water maker inlet, because that broke yesterday. And stocked up on fresh stuff, which we're trying to hide out of the sun. But and some paper towels. We used.
It's got bags, so it's all just.
Yeah, we didn't bring bags, and they didn't have boxes, so the floor of the dinghy has tomatoes and onions and potatoes,
Chicken.
all that fun stuff in it. But that's okay. It saves us unbagging it. We'll just throw it to the crew when we get home. But another magic day here.
Yeah.
It's stunning. I love it. I would suggest Archie will be wing foiling, and hopefully when we pop out here, even though there's zero wind where we are at the moment, there's probably 15 to 20 knots out there, and that'd be a bit of fun. Today we find ourselves in the bilge, looking at the intake for the water maker, where it comes from the ocean into the boat. Yesterday we sucked up some weed and had to remove this small pipe here because the weed was caught in this elbow. When I was removing this pipe, this is like a filter to catch, you know, any weed and whatnot. As I was removing this, the part that the hose joins to snapped. This is what it used to look like. Something like that. You get the gist. Right. The bit over on the left hand side ended up remaining in the pipe, and this guy stayed on the filter. So we've run to the hardware this morning and found an array of different bits that we think will get it done. And we're going to see what best options are. They didn't sell the exact bit, and for the most part we're not surprised by that at all. I've actually just attached it, and it's not leaking. I mean, the through hole's shut, or the seacock's shut, but we used the water maker briefly yesterday, and I've actually just got it attached to the remnants of the thread. I just put a whole lot of plumber's tape around it and managed to get a good bite and seal on that. So, but that's more of a short term, and we'll see what we learn with these bits. All right, it would seem that we've had a reasonably swift win, in as much as this guy here can threads on here. I'd like the thread. I'm just not 100% sure if it's the same thread. It feels good, and then it gets tight. But I'll take the plumber's tape off and clean that up and whatnot. And then we've got a male that goes in here. And then the pipe on there. So that's what we're going for, I think. So won't speak too early, but that looks like it's a winner. May have to cut the pipe, which I prefer not to do. But not the end of the world. Kind of important to make water and stuff. So this is the line that sucks water through the hole. This is a pump that pushes it along to where the water maker is up in the forepeak. Behind me, ultimately, behind or in front of Bella's room. So yes, weed is how we got here. If we hadn't sucked up weed, that wouldn't have broken. But that could have broken at sea. And let's remember that we are dealing with connections that are below the waterline, and we do travel most of the time with our seacocks open, right? This one here is, for the head or the toilet in, and this is for an AC. I might probably shut that one. We seldom use it. Plumbing needs to be right because it's under the waterline, can let water in the boat. Alrighty, here's our final product. So we've got filter, connection, male barb if you like, and had to trim the pipe a wee bit, and on we go. So here's our moment of truth where we check for water. I think I'm just going to sneak the open up past the yes I am, good. Rightio, I'll just monitor it for the next wee while as I clean up all my mess, and we should be Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, and all those things. Be able to make some water. We're anchor up. We're pushing off from Moorea for the last time. Thanks, sweet. There's been some wing foiling happening. It's right to the. We've actually still got to put them away. They're drying, but this view is something that we will always remember. So very, very special. Nice work.
Yeah. Last time anchoring up in Moorea.
That's a pretty big plane.
It is.
Yeah.
Ever. I reckon. Ever. One of my favorites.
So we're off.
Yeah.
We've just cracked the Gendarmerie out. No main, 100 miles to go overnight. Easy. We're doing close to 7 knots at the moment. That's fine. Sunset crew. Yeah. This guy's
nearly asleep.
He wasn't 100% last night. He was on the what do you call it train, like the oils and oregano oil and the zinc and all sorts. And then he woke up and went, oh, there's wind. I'm going wing foiling. And probably didn't listen to his body, and now he looks like that.
Are you gonna make it to dinner? Yeah. Okay.
Good evening. We're sailing along nicely. It's close to 2 a.m. and we've had 17 to 20 knots as predicted, which is lovely. So we'll be at our destination just after sun up, which is a win. The moon's just come up, and there's a couple of fishing vessels off our starboard bow that we're keeping an eye on, but yeah, just thought I'd share some real thoughts and feelings about departing Moorea and Tahiti. Amazing part of the world. One of those places that you hope you go back to one day, but you're not quite sure how. Spectacular in so many ways, but also as we were sailing away and putting it in our wake as it got smaller on the horizon, sort of realised that there was a wee bit of just an emotional release of sorts. It was just one of those parts of life where it was emotional. We were separated as a family for health reasons, and we're all okay and we're back together, but still working through that. Well, Pip had her rods removed and with Shona in Australia, and on the journey that we're in, you've got to take the good with the not so good, and that places like Moorea and Tahiti, which are extremely special, are also, when we look back on them, we're going to go, oh, and that's where we also flew out and had Pip's rods removed from her femur. And
beneath the surface of our adventures, there is a deeper story unfolding, a story of challenges and growth. While some chapters remain unwritten, we're grateful for the trust and support of our incredible patrons. Your encouragement has been super solid, and we are thankful you are walking the journey with us.
Just really stoked to be moving, and moving in what I'll call the right direction, downwind and west. Yeah, that's a wrap. Alright, Bells has brought us right into the pass here. Here's a red buoy, and doing this one under sail.
Yeah.
Doing really well. You look like a knight.
Oh, what is your costume?
Box sailor?
You're like a box sailor.
Oh, you're so pretty in a picture. Pretty as a picture.
What's your special one?
Oh, I guess it's your face.
What about what was separating the nose hole and the mouth hole?
I don't know,
Who got hungry?
she turned it. It turned at the top, so I just turned it all the way up.
bugs are smaller than the oats and they're dropping through the sieve. And then they're trying to crawl up the side of the thing.
I'm eating all bugs.
Pip just committed to the bugs. She's getting the extra protein this morning.
These guys are experimenting.
Who needs a dinghy when you've got your big sister? Hey, that's so good. Go, Pip! Woo!
Well, a couple of waves ago I was a wee bit greedy, and the wave just kept going, and I thought beauty, and so I kept going too, and ended up having to bend off a bit of reef. So it's a bit tender, but tell you what, it's fine. It's all good, but silly. It got very shallow very quickly, and I was like, oh!
Mom decided to do her exercise today on her surfboard in the dinghy.
With an extra core control. The seasons are changing. My children are growing and my routines no longer work properly. And also, I'm working more on sailing the six.
I have an analogy.
What?
So everything works. We have everything that we need.
Yeah.
A wee bit like our current charging station.
Yeah.
Everything's there,
Everything's like ticking over quite well.
but it's an absolute mess, and it needs some
It
love.
needs some tweaking, it needs some love so that my mind's not scrambled. So I have already a solution to my problem.
So I can see days of the week written down there, among other things. But
Yeah.
today's a day of just mind dumping and planning.
Yeah, it's like a reorganization day. Reorganization of routines and systems and things like that.
So watch this space. We may share with findings
What's working or what's not working.
in due course.
So we've just made it out here.
Yeah. And the fad is, well, there's another boat there, and then just this side of the other boat. That's it.
That flag is pretty much it. But we see them on the charts all the time when we're sailing.
Fish love them. So we've got all of us out here today. We're about 4 miles offshore. And
We can still see land.
There's definitely a shark discussion that needs to be had. Well,
Oh, we got fish.
we got dinner, which we would call a kingfish.
A small
But
one.
we'll identify it accordingly.
Yeah.
But we'll eat that for dinner, stoked. And there was a decent sized shark,
Like,
a couple of metres,
yeah.
with a big belly. That as soon as we go onto a fish, he came from the depths.
Quickly.
So, and he's currently following our float. There's nothing on the float line.
It's just like,
And I'm keen to get back in the water and have another look, but
not if what the shark
not
is.
if he's around. So he's all over us. This
That
is not the shark. This is not his first day on the job. Another school of these fish just came through.
He was like
and
in
he
the
was in
middle.
the middle of it, like, have a go, mate. Have a crack. And I scampered back into the boat. That's not
He
for
came
me.
right up to the side.
So we need to limit numbers a wee bit. We'll have 2 guns in the water, mine, and
I'll just take like a pole spear.
take the pole spear to fend off if needed. But let's just say that limbs are more important than dinner, right? So
Yeah,
if
absolutely.
it's keep the boat close, we're going to have a boat here, and then we'll look to switch out perhaps. We're just going to be wet. Because these guys could be chumming the water, who knows what they could be doing.
Alright. Come back, Chum Chum.
Don't crash around when you're looking.
Yeah.
Don't freak out or anything.
We're running out of daylight out here.
The best time.
I know. There's the fad.
The boat.
There's a yacht coming straight through. There's our divers. Now we just need fish, hey Pip?
Yep.
What happened?
Sea lice on my lip.
Youch.
My lips sunburned.
So it's getting a bit dark.
No fish for dinner.
No fish for dinner today.
I had a chance when we first got in, and I was a wee bit gun shy. And I thought, oh, be patient. Don't chase it. But I probably should have had a bit more of a crack. Anyway,
Tomorrow is a new day.
live and learn.
Our days are up here in French Polynesia. They give you 90-day visa if you're Australian. And we go in, we've already submitted all our paperwork to the gendarme, and today we should go in and he should stamp all our passports. And then that means we need to leave, technically, but there's not the most amazing weather window. We've just been researching which direction we might need to head. There's wind today.
Mm.
Then it might get quite light.
And we're just dodging a low.
At least I guess it doesn't look like
It's not horrendous.
terrible, really strong winds, stormy, awful. But so it won't be bad, but it might be a bit of motoring, bit of all directions wind. Lots of sail changes. But I think it might be the scenario where we just get out there and get it done.
It's a 5-day passage or thereabouts, and it's looking about
Yeah.
50-50 of motoring and sailing at the moment.
Yeah, we're thinking of stopping at
Sawara.
Sawara, which is part of the Cook Islands. It's a national park island with some ranges there, and it has a lagoon, so you can actually go in and get some reprieve from the ocean and then continue on to Tonga. But it actually looks like it might fill in and let us continue to Tonga, or it might fill in too much and be too strong. So we definitely would want to stop at Sawara if that was the case. We're going to make the most of our last day officially here in Uturoa on Raiatea, and go and visit the patisserie, visit the gendarme, provision up some fresh stuff, and make some more decisions in a few hours once the weather updates once more. Decide whether we're going to leave this afternoon, tonight, or whether we'll hold for another day, or whether we need to just pause and wait 24, 48 hours. We'll see.
Alrighty, we're good to go.
Yes, time to head to Tonga.
We're all cleared out. So this is largely fresh stuff.
Yeah.
Tim and I did cans and whatnot yesterday.
Yeah, we did get some other stuff though. Like a new dustpan.
Dustpan.
Yes.
Oh, looks like it's full of books. Yeah.
It's like oats and potato. We decided to leave the next day, so once the formalities and provisions were done, we squeezed in one final explore of Raiatea.
Hi!
Fancy seeing you here. Hello, Bella.
Plan B!
Nice to meet you. What a surprise.
We saw your boat and we thought, oh, they must be up the river. We're here at the Botanic Gardens.
That's like concrete dock and all.
I know.
Yeah, 100%.
What did you find?
Massive leaves.
Frogs. They're enormous. And I see a giant hill. That's the sleeping man.
It was beautiful heading up the river and exploring the botanical gardens. As we were leaving the dock, a friendly guy named Andre was on the opposite riverbank cleaning up after a hard day's work. He generously invited us to see all the amazing things he grows and also went over and above, loading us up with heaps of fresh fruit. What a way to finish in French Polynesia, such outstanding hospitality.
Look. Who would like to
Mm-hmm.
They good?
That's good.
Wow. Look, there's some smaller ones. Wow.
It's enormous.
Are you going to put it that way?
Maybe something wrong.
Then you have to have it Pinocchio way.
Yeah, I like it.
Yes! Nice one.
Whoa.
It might be better than an ice cream team.
Yeah.
Some more?
Yep.
You can pull that off.
Which bit? Oh, I'm good. It's yours.
I'll have it.
I'm smoked.
You got to get a little bit of a split. Oh yeah, there you go.
Like lollies.
No. Better.
Better. Way better.
That's so tasty.
Oh, that was really good.
That might be a favourite, Andre.
Yeah. I hope it comes off.
John, I hope that comes off.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Look, it's everywhere.
On the skin too.
Yeah, wow.
Try what you should try, bro. Oh, thanks. Yeah.
That's enough. You have been so generous. Wow. Yeah. Oui. Merci.
Look at your spear.
For fish. Get in there, team. Again. Yes. Thank you, man. Merci. Maururu. How's your froth levels, team?
Amazing.
I got my bubble tongue.
Amazing.
What an amazing, generous man.
Yeah.
Couldn't even describe to you where it is, really. It's just one of those things you stumble across. We've just upped anchor in one of our favourite places in French Polynesia. I'd love to show you drone footage of it, but there's an airport nearby, so that's not going to happen. But amazing kiting, a 4-mile run in the tender to world-class surf that's 90% of the time offshore, and the conveniences of land too, dinghy rideable too, you know, as far as supermarkets and patisserie and croissants. It's been really fun. Heaps of room out here, very good holding. It's time to mix it up and move on as we get eyes for our next destination. The visibility today as we wiggle out of this reef is amazing. So we're sort of, you can look over here, we've got to get through those shallow bits, but Shone's up on eyes, giving the direction, the best sort of navigation, which is eyeball. Anyway, amazing conditions. Our last French Polynesian pass. We got this guy following us out the pass, so we gotta keep moving. It would seem the swell is wrapping around into here quite nicely.
The last bit of land that we'll see for a little while. Bora Bora. You.
Next time on Sailing with Six, we set our sails once again. Come sailing with us to a remote island made famous by Tom Neal.